Yes.
But a guy like you that knows as much as you know about sports, you could get into it.
I'm sure I'd enjoy it.
It's a complicated thing to watch and pick fights. It's a complicated thing to gamble on because I think you have to have an understanding of a person's physical ability independent of watching them in fights. You have to be able to assess. Like, I can look at a fighter, like a guy like Illia Topuria, who just won the world title against Volkanovski. When I would watch him fight and train, even though he was against lesser competition than Volkanovski, I was seeing the speed of his strikes, the accuracy, the defense, how good the defense was, his durability. I was seeing this advantage. I was like, man, even though this guy he's an underdog, he's fighting the most dominant featherweight of all time, this guy's got some big advantages. He's just got a big advantages that I see as a fighter, as a person who knows how to fight, and I'm watching the way he moves. I'm like, he moves better. Yeah. He's more precise. He's more accurate. It's complicated. And then you have to take into account, how many times the guy's been fighting that year, how banged up he is. Because just like quarterbacks on football days, you're going to fight injured. Everybody fights injured. Oh, yeah. There's always something. There's always a neck thing or a back thing or a hand thing. No fighter fights 100%. Very, very, very rarely, I should say.
Right.
But the thing that drives me the most crazy is the decisions. Because if I was a gambler and I laid a big bet on Illia Topuria and for some reason it went 5 rounds and they give it to Volkanovski and it's a terrible decision, there's not a more robbed feeling in the world.
Well, no.
That's a dirty feeling because it's so subjective as opposed to scoring. If you're watching a basketball game, if the Lakers score more, they win. It's real simple. The ball goes in the net more, you win. With fighting, you got 3 people. Some of them don't know how to fight at all, and they're the ones who are deciding who wins and who doesn't win fights.
Well, back in the 80s, we had a lot of those controversial decisions in boxing.
Oh, yeah.
As another reason that